Waist up, dirt on my shoes. Map folded, sky white and blue. Water bottle swinging in time. Heart drumming to this climb. Step after step, yeah, we're counting them out. Breath in my chest,
Welcome back everyone.
I can hear my own
Kevin here from Shills in the Outdoors. It's been a while since I was last out
every switch back in
for a camp, but it's even been even longer since you guys have seen a camp, because I believe the last one I did, the last video, was up in Scotland when we went to Tusky and Bothy. So that was back in April, I believe. So back out for a camp today, and we're going to Seaham Blast Beach. So looking forward to it, because I've never actually camped at Seaham Blast Beach, and I believe I did do a video and I did call it Seaham Blast Beach by mistake, and it was actually Hawthorne Hive. So there's a fun fact for you. So I'm just going past these now, and then where the old pit lift shaft was used to be, like a memorial type of thing for the pit. So I'm just on the Durham Heritage Coastal Path at the moment, and then get over to Hawthorne, across the railway lines, and then a little bit further, then I'll be at Seaham Blast Beach. And I think Paul, who's out today with us, and I believe Martin's popping down later on, that's if he does, I'm not too sure, but I believe he is coming down. And Paul's doing a spot of fishing, bit of sea fishing, so looking forward to it, and should be okay. So I'll meet you further up the trail. Everyone, finally made it to the Seaham Blast Beach. I think I found Paul down there. I think that's his tent. There's a few people fishing, so I don't know, that was him over there, but I've seen another lad with him, so that's not Paul. I think that might be Paul over there. But Seaham Blast Beach, there's a cave on this beach where an old man used to live. He was called the Seaham Cowboy. He used to wear a cowboy hat, and he was off his nut, but he lived in a cave down here, and I never knew where till I seen something on YouTube. I said that's where he lived, because I knew everyone used to say, oh, it's the Seaham Cowboy. So I live down here, but with Seaham Blast Beach as well, there's been a couple of films made down here. So Alien 3, at the beginning when the ship crashes into the sea, I think it's the sea, and then you see all the cliffs and stuff like that of the prison. That was Seaham Blast Beach. What else was made down here? One of the Transformer films, that was filmed down here, and The Last Kingdom, about Vikings and stuff like that. That was filmed down here as well. Yeah, that's his tent. But the other way, when you got Blackwell Beach, that's where Get Carter was made. So it's a little bit of movie history around here. And then you've got all the TV shows and stuff like that. But I've got a couple of beers for tonight. I've got some nice grub. Well, I think I got two, I don't know if they're lagers or IPAs, so we'll have a look at them later on. I've got a shout out to give out, because I haven't been out for ages since I was saying them, so I'll give them a shout out tonight in this video. What else have I got to do? I just enjoy myself. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do tonight. But it's a lovely day for it. It was a bit cloudy earlier on, looked like it was going to rain, but it's meant to be clear skies, and it's going to be quite warm. I think it's going to be the lowest temperature, is going to be about 12 Celsius. I don't know what's in Fahrenheit, but looking forward to it. And I think that is Paul. And there is Paul from SR7 Adventures. Oh! That's the tent set up. Just got to put the inside in now. So today I've brought me 3/4 Traverse OEX inflatable sleeping mat. I've got my OEX Traverse pillow, self-inflating, but you have to blow it up yourself. And I have bought, because it's been really hot now, it's been quite warm for a couple of days, I've brought my 1 season sleeping bag from Aldi. It is the Adventure Ridge 1 season sleeping bag. And one thing I do like about this, it takes up hardly any room. So normally when I go out camping, my bag is rammed so I can't get anything else in, and that is just basically my sleeping bag, which is taking all the room up. So I've had loads of room in my bag today, so that's a good thing, and it's less weight. So that is all I say about that. And that's my sleeping system for tonight. So I'm going to get this sorted out, and then I'm going to head down to the water's edge and see what Paul's getting up there with his fishing.
With a backpack on my shoulder and boots laced up tight, I'm ready for the journey into the wild tonight. With friends by my side, or maybe just alone, we'll wander through the forest and make the wild our home. From the coast to the hills, where the rivers run free, we'll follow the trails where the heart wants to be. The whispers of the trees call us to explore. With laughter in the air, we'll always want more. The stars will guide our way as we dance under the moon. In the arms of nature, we'll be singing our tune into the wild. We roam where the spirit feels at home with every step we take. We're riding our own fate, adventures calling loud. In the wilderness, we're proud with every breath we share. We'll find magic everywhere. Oh, the freedom that we find in the beauty of the pines. With the sun upon our face, we'll embrace this sacred space. The crackle of the fire as we gather around the night, with stories of our journeys and dreams that take flight. The wildlife all around us is a symphony of sound. In the heart of the wilderness, true friendship is found. So let's chase the sunset and rise with the dawn. With the mountains as our witness, we'll keep moving on. Through the valleys and streams, in the quiet we'll be free. In the wild we find our hearts and the best of you and me. into the wild we roam, where spirit feels at home with every step we take. We're riding out on fate adventures, calling loud in the wilderness. We're proud with every breath we share. We find magic everywhere.
You'll never get a dead tight if you line up with like a light weight. You'll end up getting yourself in the jam here. Maybe that was a little bit of a snippy.
Last time we were down here.
Yeah. It's got a bit of fucking bait.
Oh, it's...
Like, just let us eat it, I don't care.
I wonder if that's why the crab didn't go, the fish Oh, we're
uh,
there.
It's moving.
Ah.
I want to chuck it back in the water.
So it's chilling out now. Mummy's about to have me sitting beer now. Paul's had 2 catches, just 2 crabs. No fish yet, but hopefully there's plenty of time, he might catch one.
I've had a nibble.
He's had a nibble.
2 crabs and 2 nibbles.
So he's doing alright.
More than what I've had before. You've got to be in it to win it.
You do. So we'll chill for a bit.
They shall not catch cold.
Catch the cold.
They shall not catch cold.
It's good chill for a bit, but I do want to give out a shout out, so I was going to do it to him. So the big shout out for this video is Niall Brown from the big SR8. Me and Niall go back a hell of a long time. I met him back in 2005 when I moved back up here. So met him in school, but he's a great lad. Just smashing lad. So there you go, mate. Big shout out for you. Hope you're doing alright, and all the best for the future, mate.
Oh yeah, this is where we're going to be kayaking, I think.
You know when I was walking down the marina, when I was walking down, I was sitting, I was like, oh, I was about to kayak.
There was loads of people down in the festival. There was about 3 people down on them.
There's a lovely golden sand beach down the actual...
Concentration on that face, right?
I have caught my finger too many times off this hook.
The man is walking away.
He's taking it up away.
Right everyone, I'm going to start prepping the fire now. So I'm thinking we're probably going to have it around about here. So, but there's loads of driftwood about, so I'm going to start prepping that now and then we'll get it going. So I'll crack on.
lighter.
No, I don't like using a lighter.
What?
There you go.
Blown it?
No, I'll put it out.
Yeah, if you really need it.
No, I'll tell you here. Alright.
What? No,
It's starting to catch.
that's what my dad wanted to fire.
I know, that's why I'm putting it here.
Right there. Is this going to be your fire?
No, it's the fire.
No.
Right, everyone, that fire is absolutely beautiful. I've done a good job with that. So, Paul's doing a little bit more fishing, and then I'm going to get tea on because I actually haven't really eaten anything properly since 9 o'clock this morning, and it's after 10 o'clock now. So, one thing I've really been doing today is drinking pints. Went for a couple of pints earlier on, and then I've been drinking when I've got here. So, well, a little bit of water, like, but it's mini alcohol. So, I've had a bit of a headache all day. Dehydration. So, I'm gonna chill out for a bit. Hopefully that fire, I'm stinking of smoke already, like. And then I'm gonna get some scran on. Got a couple of these boil in the bag things, like pasta, but they're from Lidl, so I've never tried their brand before, so I'm gonna have a go with that, see what they are like, because I know Aldi do them, but you don't get hardly anything inside the Aldi ones, and they look like they've got a little bit more in, so I'll have a little go with that. I've got me tuna pasta things, what I get every time I come camping, and I've just had me pepperoni sticks, salami sticks from Lidl. I get them every time I come camping as well. But first one back in a while, so it's just a chilled one. The last camp I didn't record, but I've got a new hammock. I did put it up on my Instagram, so I'll put my Instagram here and I'll put my TikTok there. Go and check them out. But I bought a new hammock and I got it off Temu, and it's absolutely belter, like. It's like it's a hooped hammock, so it's got like the pair, what they're called, the hoops. So they're not built in, so you have to actually put them inside, but loads of space, better than the other hammock I've got, because you have to use strings with that and it's just a faff on. And I'm still trying to learn my knots. It's been a long time since I did knots. I think the last time I did knots was when I was a kid, when I was in Cubs. So I'm still trying to learn the knots. If it's getting out and doing that with work, that's the reason I haven't been out, is because of work. And then with getting my daughter and stuff, I just haven't had time to come out. And then trying to get all the other lads out, it all works around family life and stuff like that. So I think the last time I went camping would have been and tried it out would have been the beginning of May. So, and then I was saying earlier on that the last video I did was in April. So but hopefully I'll get out for another hammock camp and I'll actually show you the hammock itself. So something we could work on there. But I do want to get up in the hills as well. But a couple of hills I can get up to, not far. I can go to Gisborough, and you got the Gisborough 3 peaks. So like Rosemary Top with High Clip Nab and Little Mary Top, or something. I don't know what it's called, the last one. So I could probably go up there and maybe do a camp up there, but we'll see. Aye, so I'll get tea on in a bit, but it is an absolutely beautiful coastline right on my doorstep. Fantastic. Class. Right, I'll bring you back later on then when I get some scran on. Right everyone, I've got 2 different beers by the Love Lane Brewery. Get them in home bargains. I think they're about £1.80 something or £1.60 odd. So the first one I've got is a New Zealand Peninsula. Well, let's see what it says. Using South Pacific hops. And I can't even see. It's a lager. Notes of lime and citrus, and the palate is dry and crispy. The finish is clean. The hops are magnesium, I can't even fucking say that, and a Nelson Sauvignon. So that's the New Zealand one. And then the next one I've got is a Love Lane Brewery again, a Summer Days, and it's a hazy pale with US hops, so that's a 4.4%, and that other one was 4.6 as well. Very nice, very nice. So I'm going to try these, see what these ones are about. With the other one though, on the back, malt, extra pale wheat oats, and then you've got the hops are Amarillo, Mosaic, Strata, Armadillo. And then the notes are tropical citrus, with a palate is a smooth and sweetness, and the finish is a fruity finish. And that was, what was that one again? That was a 4.4%. So I about £1.60 odd, £1.80 odd for a can. Not bad if you like your IPAs and your hazy IPAs and stuff. So
Soft on the inside, hard on the outside. Armadillo!
So I'm gonna try these out anyway, and I'll get my tea on. I've just had 2 of them tuna pasta things, but and I think I'm gonna have something warm in it as well. So I'll have a little try of these.
I know how to do it now, so I'll get some more expensive ones. Fruity.
Right guys, I've got tea on. I've got a tomato pasta. I don't even know what it's called. I'm gonna try it out, see what it's like. But with the ignition on this, I think it's only been used 3 or 4 times, and it's not working anymore now. So I've had to use the ferro rod to ignite it. So I'm gonna have to have a look at that, see what's the matter with it.
Was it good?
My gloves. Yeah. So, yeah. I think I'll have a look at that. But it still works perfectly fine. Just have to use a lighter or a ferro rod to kickstart it. But then it's starting to steam already. Turn that down a bit. So I'm gonna let that bubble for a bit. And then I'll have that. And I've got my last beer. And I'll see what time it is. Good morning everyone. It's just gone after 7. So I was going to get up for the sunrise, but time I woke up, I thought the sun had already got up about 5 o'clock, so I was like, oh, I've missed it now. So I think Paul got a photo or something of it. Paul's been fishing this morning as well, but he hasn't cashed out, I don't think. So I'm gonna get sorted anyway, because I need to get back from the band today. But it's Father's Day. I'm getting it for a couple of hours. So I'm going to pack down anyway, and then Paul said he'd give us a lift home. So I was going to walk home this morning. So I'm going to get packed down anyway, and I might have a bite to eat as well. So, but it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. A little bit of a breeze, but that's just could literally just started. So I'm gonna get packed down now anyway. As you can see, there's no rubbish being left from us. Fire pit's gone. Paul sorted all that out yesterday over there. Well, this morning he sorted it out. Yeah, no rubbish. There's all my rubbish in that bag. And then Paul will be taking his. I think I've got a few of Paul's cans in there anyway. So aye, that's the camp done really. Just packing up. And then we'll be on the off. But it's been a good chilled one. So if you have liked what you see, please consider subscribing, giving it a like, and we'll leave a comment. I'll be happy with that. You don't have to, it doesn't cost you out though. Don't know when I'll be back out. Hopefully it'll be soon, as I always say, but we never know with these things. So hopefully we'll be out soon. Me and Paul went about some hills. We want to get on the hills, a bit of hiking and stuff like that. So we'll have to see about that. But for this camp it's been good, and I've enjoyed myself. So I'll see you in the next one anyway. And I'll see you when I see you. So me and Paul and Aurora, see you later on. Bye.